Dear Aquarius, welcome back to the Renaissance Tarot. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy where I serve and I slay. Of course, I have not forgotten about you and your monthly reading for August. So today I'm going to be doing your reading for the month of August. It will be a general reading. It may resonate with you and it may not. Now, dear Cutie Patootie, in this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at your recent past, present, and future. I'm going to clarify all the cards for you and get some final advice and fix my microphone. I just have to bring this a little bit up, sorry. So, Cutie Patootie, did you think that I forgot about my promises that I made? You know, your very positive comments and just missing Aquarians watching me from all over the world and, supporting me. I'm not gonna leave you just like that. I already talked about this. So thank you for being here, Aquarius. Some of your comments really warmed my heart. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing, some of you are like watching from very interesting locations, or your age or how old you are, and you just appreciate the fact that I can make you smile or I can be support for you in your journey. It's not fair to you it's not fair to you to not do what I'm doing, what I'm supposed to do, and just because of some losers out there. Some blocked losers, sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm only staying here with the good Aquarians. So, Aquarius, your challenge for the month of August, in other words, Augusta, is the Page of Pentacles. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the High Priestess, followed by the Ten of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. And you have the Sun here, Hermit. Yes, you was dealing with the Leo. Okay, Aries, Sagittarius, we're going to talk about that, Taurus. So, Aquarius, for many of you with the Page of Pentacles, this has a lot to do with the new offer, brand new beginning. This is tied up to, a new start for you. Very solid offer for the month of August. We're going to clarify this. We're going to see what is an important message for you in a moment. In the recent past, you have the thick, juicy Ace of Wands, the Sun, and the Hermit. Definitely a very strong and a spiritual connection between you and a Leo. Okay, opposite sign, maybe a Virgo, Sagittarius, Aries, could have been Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. For many of you Aquarius, I feel like that there was a lot of happiness, okay? When you connected with this person, when you had that brand new beginning with them, a very vibrant, joyful, strong connection, chemistry between you and them. Something happened along the line with the Hermit that, either there was some sort of truth that was revealed, okay, or someone was maybe just undercover or started pulling back a little bit, okay? We're going to clarify this. We're going to get more information. Now, in the present moment, you have the Six of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Judgment. Some of you are dealing with the Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, maybe a Gemini or Scorpio. Yeah, I said Scorpio, Taurus. So there is a very difficult decision that someone is still struggling to make. I think that this person has been going back and forth whether they're going to abandon you, they're going to walk away from you or not. There is a lot that's going on. I feel like that this has a lot to do with either you and this person are going to finally disconnect from each other and move on with the Six of Swords, because this is, movement, okay, transition. Someone is in some sort of transition. We're going to find out, we're going to clarify. In the future, you have the Seven of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. Somebody's got to earn your trust back for you to love them, for you to love them again, and for you to be back with them. There is love offer that's coming towards your way, and I feel like that you and this person have the opportunity or are going to have the opportunity to resolve this conflict here and decide if you both are going to want to move towards commitment with the Ten of Cups. We're going to find out. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the High Priestess, Ten of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Three of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. There is, I think for many of you, there is an opportunity here to cooperate, what you don't see coming, okay? There is an opportunity to cooperate, collaborate, maybe mend something here. It could be also like a story of forgiveness here with this person. Some of you have dogs, okay? Like I'm getting two specific type of breeds. Dogs could be also like Golden Retriever, Labrador. Doesn't have to be, but somebody definitely has a pet here. I'm also getting with the High Priestess at the bottom. Your intuition, Aquarius, is very sharp right now. I think Intuitively speaking, you know something big is about to happen. You could be an intuitive person also. You could tell that there is an offer that's coming in, and we're gonna find out about that. On this channel, we always make sure to hit the like button, and I thank you for that. I thank you for leaving positive comments, hyping the video, and supporting your most favorite Leo Armenian guy here. So let's clarify your challenge and see what is this offer about, dear Aquarius. What do you need to know? By the way, for many of you wondering what's going on, everything is great, by the way. Someone was asking if my energy was low. Honey, I don't have to overperform all the time and bounce off the walls. I don't have to over-explain myself. I just show up as I please. And another thing, because many of you have been wanting to know about my fitness journey, I am actually moving my race. I'm transferring my Ironman race from Texas to a different location until the end of this year, because the unbearable and scorching sun and the heat in Las Vegas, 110 degrees, 117 degrees, actually have become a huge obstacle for me to train in the heat. It's very not safe. It's not safe. It's very dangerous. So unfortunately, I should have done better. I should have planned better for my, races, not considering that I would have to train throughout the summer, but I can't do it. I got the bike trainer at home. Yes, I can swim, but for the run and outdoorsy stuff, I can't. I don't want to show up at the race being under trained. So that's why I am moving my race. I'm still going to be doing other events too. I have a couple of triathlons, other brands under my radar, but I got to listen to my body, and I'm got to stay safe, right? So Page of Pentacles is clarified by the Two of Swords, the Hierophant here, and the Emperor. Someone here has been going back and forth, and I think this is you also. This is mostly you, about whether there is going to be a commitment between you and them or not. Taurus energy, very strong Aries energy as well. For many of you Aquarius, you're still wrestling and you're still questioning if you really want to commit to this person or not. You want to have a brand new beginning with them, but there has been some sort of an obstacle in the past that has made you and them walk away from each other, okay? The Ten of Wands. Something here has become extremely unbearable. The Tower moment. You ate the Tower like a pro. Seven of Swords. A lot of trust issues between you and this person. Someone was not being honest with you. Okay, someone was possibly, not telling you the truth as well, Aquarius. And that's one of the reasons why you and this person haven't been able to, move towards a new direction. The month of August, I think, is very decisive because there is an epiphany. Someone is coming to some sort of realization. If you dealt with somebody that you had a lot of trust issues, even though you want to be with them, you are still debating if you can trust them again or not. There's a lot of trust issues here at stake, and you're questioning a lot of things. Ace of Wands here in the past is clarified by the Eight of Wands, Ace of Wands again, Five of Swords, Nine of Swords. You and this person shared a very strong sexual intimacy, chemistry. This person came into your life very quickly, okay, very unexpectedly. I think a lot of you also, had times with this person where things were just not going well, when there was a lot of arguments, even though there were a lot of happy moments too. But as soon as something would start getting better, as soon as everything would be back on track, all of a sudden there would be a conflict. All of a sudden there will be a question about third-party situation, okay? It's like almost you wanted to sustain this happiness for a longer time and it wouldn't happen. The Sun here in the recent past, someone's birthday here is in July. The Sun is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles, the Judgment here, Ten of Swords, and the Page of Swords. So for many of you, there was a very painful and unexpected ending. Some of you felt like that this situation was like a betrayal for you. Okay, and your money also was affected by this. Your financial situation was affected by this. Some of you maybe even helped this person with money. Let's talk about the Hermit in the recent past. I honestly feel like here a lot of you went through this Hermit mode, Aquarius. You went through a major healing journey, spiritual awakening, clarified by the Seven of Swords, the Tower, and the Five of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, Aquarius, you had gone through a major chaos. Like, financially speaking, losing people left and right, trust issues with a lot of people. I think you went through some sort of a major metamorphosis. That's a word I haven't used in a long time. Metamorphosis. Chaos and a rebirth. There is nothing to be afraid of the Tower moment. I think this card has been showing up in your readings a few times. This is about you, Aquarius, in the recent past, realizing that if someone was not being consistent with you, again, the Seven of Swords showed up, right? Trust issues here. If someone was not being consistent with you, there was a lot of these back and forth things, questioning, does this person love me? Are they committing to me? And you kept over investing yourself into this relationship. If this was not sustainable, if you were to stay in this connection, you would not be the person you are today. When you look back, you're gonna say, well, I love this person, I wanted to be with them, I wanted to marry them. But Aquarius, something that was built not on truth, something that was not sustainable. How could have it made you who you are, that you are today? Especially when you're an honest person, when you're a good person. And I'm not going to sit here and fabricate a story and tell something that people want to hear. I understand that a lot of people want me to say things they want to hear. I'm not going to do that. Okay? I'm going to say exactly what I'm saying here. So if this is going to be a trigger for cross-watchers, that's, again, not every cross-watcher has done to you. This is not a personal one-on-one reading for these people. This is for the sign of Aquarius, and I'm going to say exactly what I'm seeing here. Someone was cheating, lying, being very dishonest, doing things behind your back, okay, with the Seven of Swords. Very clear here, right? So, and that's why it came to an end. Now, in the present moment, dear Aquarius, you have the Six of Swords, and it's a transition, and sometimes a goodbye is final, sometimes it's not final. But I see here with the Six of Swords, you definitely need some kind of a break. You need to just be on your own. Aquarius, you're kind of like also that person who needs their alone times, because that helps you to recharge your social batteries. So the Six of Swords is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, Three of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles, and the Strength at the bottom of the deck. D-E-C-K. D-E-C-K. Not D-I-C-K, but D-E-C-K. Okay? It's a serious reading, but whatever. D-I-C-K. I'm a movie I should be on replay. I'm trying to F-U-C-K. He got pictures of my titties in his briefcase. F-R-E-K. So anyways, Aquarius, I feel like for many of you with the strength, you were dealing with someone who really, I'm sorry, this is serious. I'm sending you big hugs, okay? But the laughter came in. So I'm saying, for many of you, you went through a very painful breakup. And I think that in the present moment, that's why you need to disconnect. You need to mind your own business. You need to do your own thing. It comes across as very direct, but that's what I'm saying here. You're going to mind your own business because you have a mind on your own. When you have a mind, you can mind your business. But some people who actually, here's the thing, Aquarius, when you focus on your healing, when you say, what am I learning from this situation? Let me stay focused. Let me remain focused and do my own thing here. Because when you heal your heart, sometimes you realize, you're like, is this really the relationship I want to go back to? This person didn't break me. They actually made me stronger. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? That's the song that's coming through. And when you heal your heart and when you take a break, you're like, I'm not really sure if this is what I want anymore. That's why you're questioning. That's why your challenge here is the Two of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Emperor. Is this what I want, right? Speaking of people minding on their own business, like I personally don't mind when people mind their business, but I do mind when they don't mind their business. You know what I'm saying? Because no mind, no business. Never mind. So the Queen of Pentacles is clarified by the Page of Wands, the King of Swords, Three of Cups, and the High Priestess. So for many of you, somebody here either is like gonna be patient with you, they're gonna wait. I think this person is someone that's also very like passionate. There's an age difference between you and them. For many of you, there is the potential to work things out with this person, but I feel like this person could be either also partying a little bit too much, drinking too much. This person definitely also might be, just doing some sort of internal holistic approach or health within themselves. This person might be, trying to... I think this person, Aquarius, this person that you're dealing with, they are going to go to a therapist, and then all of a sudden, 1 week later, their therapist is going to need another therapist for themselves. I think this person, their therapist is gonna be, were you this person's unpaid therapist by any chance? King of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. This person's gotta do the work. If they don't do the work, but you are minding your own business, you're doing your own thing. If they don't mind their own business with the death, if they don't go and say, you know, I need to change something within my life, they gotta let go of someone or something from their past. They can't just come into your life and expect you to, you know, accept them with an open arm. They gotta heal something. Okay, Seven of Swords here again, trust issues, drinking problems. Somebody here secretly drinks. Somebody here has alcohol problems. Seven of Swords clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, Two of Cups, Nine of Wands, and the Hermit. Spiritual journey, Pisceana energy, High Priestess, Hanged Man, okay? And here is the thing, for many of you, there is a very strong soul connection between you and them, but you are very hurt. You can't just enter into a connection when you are hurt, the wounded warrior, when you're still hurting, when you're still doubting, when someone still makes you, you know, doubt your own worth and your value, okay? And so is this person. They also gotta heal. They need to also, white lies, yellow lies, green lies. A lie is a lie, okay? Somebody here really needs to take it very seriously. They need to change something within themselves. Knight of Cups clarified by the Devil, Six of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. You don't need anything further, but you know, this is all I'm clarifying for you. It's much clearer than I could have said. There is an addiction, the devil, third party situation. This person could be your twin flame. I'm not saying that that's not the case. Could be also a soulmate, twin flame, whatever caliber or category of they are in your life. I think that Aquarius, somebody here really has to go of some sort of toxic habit. Third party situation, okay? Someone's got to realize they need to make some important changes. The Sun, Leo energy, okay? This person also may have some like narcissistic tendencies, very self-loathing, very self-absorbed. You know what I'm saying? The Devil and the Six of Cups. This person needs help. Ten of Cups is clarified by the Eight of Swords here, the Six of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. They want to have a brand new beginning. That's why your intuition is telling you, Aquarius, are you sure you want to go into this relationship or not? Now, if you're a cross-watcher and you're watching this, I'm not going to explain myself anymore. Don't take things so personally. Leave out what resonates and take what resonates and don't take what doesn't resonate. If you haven't done this to Aquarius, don't get offended. How many times do I tell you? Don't take it personal. This is not a Zoom over the Zoom one-on-one call, right? It's 8 billion people watching this. So, not 8 billion people watching this, but this reading reaches out to many people. So use your discernment, but this is a reading for an Aquarius that needs to know and needs to hear that there is a lot of things that this person is still tied up to with the Eight of Swords. Okay, there is some kind of an energy or some sort of a mindset or something that's still hindering this person from coming towards your way. Okay, something is holding this person back. They do want to have a brand new beginning with, but they got to let go of something. Person, thing, behavior, whatever. And this has been coming up for some of the other readings as well. Here is the thing. Everyone has a lot of work to do within themselves. Everyone has everyone has the devil they got to deal with. Everybody. All of us, we have had our devil moments. We have had our, moments where we have to realize, is this behavior, is this person healthy in my life? Am I being hindered? Am I doing something that's actually delaying my reunion with my person? This is a mirror. Tarot is a mirror. It's a reflection. It's something that allows us to look within ourselves to heal. It's about becoming the best version of ourselves. It doesn't mean that there will never be an opportunity, but this is what is being revealed. And I must honor the cards and the readings, and I must say what I'm seeing here. You could also have very strong Capricorn in your birth chart. You could be also at the cusp of a Capricorn and Aquarius. Okay, because the devil here is showing up. Very Capricornian energy. Okay, so let's get the advisory. Okay, what is the advice or the advisory? You have the Ace of Wands, you have the Nine of Cups, and the Two of Wands, and the Death at the bottom. Transformation, spiritual awakening, and whatever is not supposed to stay in your life, whatever is meant to go, it's gotta go. I have my Invisalign, so I hope my words are coming clearly. If I'm spitting, that's just I'm spitting the truth. Okay, it's a journey. But it's been great. So for many of you, your biggest piece of advice here, Aquarius, is you're about to get some sort of clarity and communication from this person, but that's not just enough for you to decide if you want to move in with them or be back with them. Nine of Cups, please focus on your own happiness. Please, Aquarius, prioritize what matters to you in this time. Just do that. Get a journal, get a calendar, get busy. Get busy with what matters to you. Focus on your stuff, because I feel like you're not 100% sold and sure if you want to commit to them or not. Not that it will never happen, but right now you need some sort of a break. Give me a break type situation, Six of Swords, so that you can focus on what's important for you, because this person's got to learn a lesson on their own. You can't save them. And I'm going to say this, and as an Aquarius, you will understand this as a rigid sign, fixed sign too, and I'm a Leo. Nobody is going to save them, and nobody is going to save you, and nobody saved me. Nobody's going to do the work. Nobody's going to say, you know what, it's time to sit down, it's time to do the breath work, it's time to do meditation, it's time to journal, it's time to hit the gym, it's time to work out. Nobody is going to do that for us. They can inspire us and they can motivate us, but you are the one who has full autonomy and authority over your choices and your decisions. Choose thyself and know thyself is the advice I'm going to give you. And I'm going to say this, what I have realized also, when you choose yourself, Aquarius, and you love yourself, there comes a moment when you're like, hold on, I think my standards and the bar have been raised, and I got to really think twice before I give a chance to somebody who fumbled me. Do you catch my drift? So I'm saying some sassy shit out here. So let's see what's an important message here. And loss. So though loss may feel like an ending, it is also a transformation that brings wisdom in the midst of sorrow. Even in pain, Aquarius, your soul is expanding and your journey is still unfolding in divine perfection. And this is exactly, and there is so many cards that could have come out from this deck. I really like this deck. Somebody sent this to me. Transformation, the death card that we saw coming up here. The death card and the rebirth, right? We all go through cycles, like rising out of the phoenix. Maybe you thought about doing rising out of the phoenix tattoo or something very symbolic. Loss. How do we look at a loss? It's a perspective shift, right? And we have had that conversation recently. Arman, some of you really brought up some really great points that it is a perspective shift about like the hate comments, whatever, right? You see what I'm saying? It feels like it's an ending, but it's also a transformation that brings wisdom in the midst of sorrow. So when you meditate and you do breath work and you cultivate new feelings and you cultivate new emotions of gratitude, joy, peace, love, and all of that, you look at this painful situation, you look at this sorrow, okay, and it's simply a wisdom for you, because that painful memory, that was like a screenshot, that your body kept the score, your body kept the memory of it. It no longer holds power over you because your hands don't get sweaty, your heart pace doesn't get fast, because you don't feel like that you're being, your body feels like your nervous system feels like it's reliving that experience. That's why it's important for us to really maintain that routine of meditation and breath work. And hint, that's important for me too. You know what I mean? It's easy to get pulled back into the old frequency. It's easy to constantly talk about the old narrative, the old situation, the betrayal and the pain, right? How long are we going to talk about the old story? And when are we going to start talking about the new you, the new future? The future of the Aquarius, the age of Aquarius. Do you catch my drift? That's why it is important for you to move slowly and give it some time. Meanwhile, focus on you. What is the wisdom you're learning from this? Okay, whether it's a twin flame or not, sometimes there is a reunion, sometimes there is reconciliation and moving on. But the end goal here of humanity is ascension. It's not just pulling some bunch of tarot cards and predicting things. It's also ascension. It's ascension when people go back to the source. Do you catch my drift? And if my role and my goal here is also to help you to understand some of these spiritual concepts and maybe confirm things for you, then let it be so. So Aquarius, this is what I had for you. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you into the comment section. Thank you for hitting that like button. I love you so much after all, and I'll see you very soon. Take care. Bye.